What's up everybody, Marissa B here. Today guys, we are back for another video. It's been a long while since I've been making videos, but today I have finally made a video for some stuff. Now I had to get used to playing Horse Life for quite some time because again, like the previous videos beforehand, I have just started playing Horse Life, so I had to get used to Horse Life. I was pretty busy. So now we have been back with some updates, and we got some Dragon Adventures updates, which is going to be coming in soon. If you guys play only Horse Life and don't know what I'm talking about with Dragon Adventures, you guys don't have to worry about it. If you guys do play Dragon Adventures and not Horse Life, well, hold on. I will make another video about the updates too. But anyways, we are here for a lot of updates for Horse Life. Crazy updates, awesome updates, and people are very, very hyped for two things and two things only. Which apparently is very, very sick because honestly, it's not that bad. These updates are really cooking. But anyways, as you guys can see on the left side of the corner is Discord. If you guys don't have Discord and you guys don't know what's going on with the updates, you guys are lucky because this video is just for you. So we're going to be starting off with the Discord updates, starting off with the updates that happened a long while back. So I had to go a little bit back to where with the Equinari, which I do call it that. I call it that. If you guys say and judge how I say these horses' names, don't judge me because I do stutter a lot. I can't really talk fully because I haven't drank water yet, which I was about to do that, but now I forgot, and now I know why I'm stuttering again. But anyways, as you guys can see right here with Discord, blah 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 blah, you guys already know. I have to go a little bit back to the previous updates because they have made submissions for Equinari and what Equinari would be looking like once you get Equinari coming in. Now, the alien invasion events, I'm pretty sure is what it's called. I think it's practically called the alien event, which is also called the mini event, meaning that it might be like Crystallian, but it won't be around for very long, question mark. Anyways, Equinari will be coming in for this Friday, meaning that we're going to be expecting some amazing updates coming in for this. Probably some bug fixes too on the way there, because you know Horse Life. Horse Life is still it's still a brand new game. It's almost 2 years for Horse Life. Shout out to Horse Life itself, because it's actually going to be 2 years old now. As for the rest of the games that Sonar Studios has made, they're a lot more older than Horse Life. Anyways, let's get back right into the updates because you guys only want to listen to that and not me blabbering. But anyways, the first thing I see, something that I don't know if I can or cannot say, but you guys know what that means. Here we are with Equinari. These are one of the submissions from different kinds of people. Now, if you guys don't know what these submissions are, and if you guys don't have Discord, I will show you guys soon. But hold on. This is what Equinari would be looking like with some of these stuff. Dreads. I'm being weird again. Anyways, this is what it looks like apparently. A Velor spawn? Anyways, I'm gonna have to go quick now because a Velors have spawned. But anyways, this is what a Equinari would be coming up once you get one of these stuff for when you capture a horse and this and that. You guys already know. Everyone responded to that. Akaw Teke, I'm pretty sure. Akaw Teke has received its model. It's looking sleek and shiny. Now, if you guys don't know what Akaw Teke is, I don't know either. I'm not a horse professional type of person. But if you guys go back into the previous updates, there's a mini event coming in for tomorrow at 5 p.m. is what they're trying to say. And then Akaw Teke would be coming in around September too, at September 26th, which means that the thing is that I don't know if Akaw Teke would be like Velors, which is going to be spawning the same thing with Clydesdale, or it's just some random horse like Faye, Flora, Pony, Horse, this and that, blah blah blah. It could have its own unique stuff. But anyways, alongside with that, Q&A. If you guys don't have Discord, if you guys clicked on this video because you guys don't have Discord, don't worry about that. Also, Halloween event, October 10th. You guys already saw it from the game itself. You guys already got notified by it. And then we also got a boss fight horse, which is an exclusive rarity, which means that they're going to be adding some rewards for the boss fight on October 24th. Also, we will be getting a Wishing Well horse 1-3 legendary rarity. Now I'm scratching my head for this because I don't know what the flip this is, but it's coming on November 14th. Also, of course, you guys already know, Christmas event, December 5th. It's gonna be coming in soon too. Real life species, which probably means that they're gonna add real life real horses into the game, because it's not just some fantasy game, it's also like a mixture of like a reality game too. So it will also be coming in around on December 2. There's a lot of updates coming in, and literally everyone in Discord is overwhelmed because they're adding too much stuff into the game, and people are just over here like, we can't even take a break because Horse Life is just making so much updates. But yeah, you guys already know there's gonna be some updates coming up soon. It's not just the Halloween and the Equinari coming up. It's also gonna be coming up with some random stuff that I'm gonna have to probably talk about in the future. But anyways, oopsie doodles. There we go. So, what was I saying? It looks sleek and shiny. There we go. So this is the called Teke, which is gonna be coming around this month on September 24th is what I said. You guys can go back in the video so you guys can know when it's gonna come up, but yeah. Anyways, more Equinari stuff, which is, well, of course, submissions and traits. There we go. Just gotta say, what are they called again? Traits. So here we are. I really love this one the most because it gives Cataline, because Cataline has like this little scorpion tail right there. Super cool, super amazing. There was one part of the Equinari that I have mentioned in one of the first ever Horse Life updates where one of them looked like a xenomorph, which is amazing. It's already given xenomorph vibes, it's just that the whole kind of ruins it. But yeah, my favorite part has to be this one right here. These traits, amazing, awesome. This one, on the other hand, it gives Flora. If you guys know what I'm talking about, Flora looks like kind of like that, just very different in my perspective. But anyways, finally, Horse Life weekly plans. Boss fight progress. Work continues on the boss fight revamp, meaning that they're still working on the boss fight even though part 2 just came out last Friday. Very, very confusing. Anyways, bosses are being set to spawn in a designated arena. I gotta go back. Bosses are being set to spawn in the designated arena near spawn, meaning that you guys spawn right in the middle of the city. And you guys, I actually done a lot of totems, which is also called the boss. I've also noticed that they also made patterns for the boss, where one of them, I'm probably gonna have to edit it in my video so you guys can see, but one of them spawns right here, another one spawns over there, and I'm pretty sure another one spawns somewhere over here. I don't know. Yeah, right here, right over there. And then I'm pretty sure there's 3 more, one next to the bridge. I'm gonna have to like do that in the end of the video, but hold on for just a split second. Anyways, back to this. Improvements to attack mechanics are in progress this week, meaning that they're actually going to be adding new attacks for the boss instead of just lassoing with, well, lassos. You can also use different kinds of weapons for the boss, ? Capsule rewards are being added, meaning that it's not just a spirit capsule, which you guys have noticed in the game, that they have added spirit capsules into the game, where instead of just defeating the totem and you only get just one horse and you can't really predict, but it also gives you multiple horses that will give you a chance of glows, or multiple mutations that don't really involve with glows but also with some stuff. A lot of people do make them expensive, but if you get lucky and find a person that doesn't want these glows at all, you might find one for cheap, and you might actually get your first ever glow. All you gotta do is just fight the boss, open some chests, and poof, you are good to go. Anyways, capsule rewards are being added. The 3 reward tiers will drop unique capsules, each with a high chance of granting horses the glow mutation, which is true. There is 3 tiers, which I've tried the last one by myself. I was dumb because I lost almost all of my money and I didn't get to defeat it. That is sad. Yeah, for thing is about the totem is that when you defeat the tier 1 boss, which is the most common one, and you don't put a lot of coins into it, you can actually defeat the tier 1 boss by yourself. It's very, very easy, very, very amazing. All you gotta do is just be a little bit of a pro of defeating the tier 1 boss by yourself, and then poof, you're good. Because there is a lot of people who don't want to defeat the totem because it does take time consuming. And also it takes 10 minutes for it to finally be defeated. But if you have enough time, then that's what makes sense. I've actually defeated the boss by myself with tier 1, just tier 1 itself. Tier 3 sucked so bad. What I'm trying to say is that for tier 1, it's easiest to do it either by yourself, or even if you want to do it with your friends, it's also normal. But I also noticed that if you go all the way to tier 2 or tier 3, you can't really defeat those by yourself. You can only defeat one tier at a time. Meaning that for tier 2 and 3, you have to defeat it with multiple people. Yeah, it sucks. You have a percentage, which means that whoever gets the most attacks on the boss would get the highest percentage, which is true. But it's most likely annoying how you have to defeat a boss and you get not a lot of chests and capsules and this and that, blah 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 and that. But if you guys want to get one of these tiers, like tier 2 or 3 instead of tier 1, you can also go to the marketplace, which also is highly efficient for that, but also very, very annoyingly, people overprice them for a lot, which is annoying. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is that they have each tier for each boss, so they're actually going to be adding capsules into it, meaning that tier 1, being the most easiest boss to actually defeat, will give you probably the most common, while tier 2 and tier 3, as they go up and up and up, you will get better rewards in each tier. The better tier, the better rewards. Anyways, back to this trait drop. Another trait drop is arriving this week. Felors is receiving a big batch of fresh traits, and a few other species may also get some new traits. So we don't know who will also get traits. Fae, Flora, Cybred, who knows? We don't know. Probably Chiron would probably get one too, or Celestial. I don't know. But anyways, Felors will be getting a big old batch of traits, meaning that if you guys are trait hunters, then have some amazing fun because there's gonna be new traits coming up. New buildables also, just gotta check it out real quick. New buildables, we're adding some more buildables so you can decorate your plots with fresh options and make your space feel unique. Now, speaking of that, a lot of beginners don't want to make their plot because a lot of times when people make their plots, it sometimes looks like you're about to roleplay, which a lot of people don't like roleplaying. Some of them do, some of them don't. I'm not going to judge anyone by that. But also plots are less efficient. I'm going to skip that one for now. But if you guys think about it, plots are very, very useful. If you guys are beginners, I highly recommend using plots too. If you guys want to breed some horses and make them foals, but then you don't have enough food. Why? I was actually one of those people. I actually didn't like using plots because even I thought it was something that was a roleplay thing. But then I noticed that plots can actually be useful for other things. Like your little crops over here, you can actually get extra 4 if you already bought all of those over there in the planting thing. You can also, whenever you got your horse to be foaled and you don't have a lot of food, you can just put the food in there so that your foal can be coming up. And also you will be getting jam and honey, which also helps with gestin, which I forgot to mention too, about like how to become beginner to pro. But anyways, back to this. Last but not least, inventory improvements, which it's gonna be pretty unique. We're pushing forward with the inventory overall, continued work on stacking for accessories and tack, and more polish for smoother performance. The majority of our team will be at RDC this week, which I don't know what that means. So thanks for bearing with us as we balance our work and travel. Now, if you guys don't know what the stacking means, it clearly means that when you have these equipments, you have all of these. Like, look at these blue butterflies. I have so much of these. But then when you realize that they're not stacking, it just piles up more of your inventory, which makes things a lot more harder to find the accessories that you're looking for your horse. So what they're trying to do is that they're actually going to put, for example, these blue butterflies into this to actually stacking like the food and lassos. which they haven't done that in a long time, and now they're finally going to be doing that. W update right there, because honestly, I have way too much. Like, look at this. I have so much accessories, bro. Anyways, back to this. We got more traits, as you can see, for Equinari, loops and hoops all around, meaning that, ooh. I did see these, I did give a little sneak peek of these. Very decent for Equinari, I really, really love this so much. There's also a little loop and hoops and everywhere all over the place for Equinari. I actually like that trait more, which, we also got some stuff. Now, they said that, Horse Life Weekly Plans, there we go. I was gonna say, where was it? Where is it actually? Equinari, blah, 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 blah. They did say that these little, bridle socks and saddles, they actually did release. Now, if you guys are curious where you can actually get these and where do you get them, it said that you can get these from racing, trails, or probably simply the totem, which they probably said trails. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they said like the trails for the Fae and other kinds of stuff. You can get it for the trails, which I don't see that apparently. I get nothing but food and growth potions. But yeah, another Horse Life Weekly Plans, which actually I did miss out on a couple of stuff. But anyways, Alien Invasion mini event. A new alien. Sorry, I'm stuttering. A new Alien Invasion event is arriving. This will be a more. Oh my gosh, I am stuttering so much. I need to start drinking water, bro. Which I have been. I just forgot. This will be a more casual mini event set directly in the main world. So what they're talking about is that if you guys remembered Horse Life being the first to be released, in the Halloween event, you can actually, well, besides Pastry Queen, Carousel, Crystallian, Wolper, they got their own new worlds. They have a whole new world, which I was about to sing the Aladdin song. No, thank you. But what I'm trying to say is that for Halloween last year, the whole entire event was actually in the main world, meaning that you can find, because if you think about it, the main world has a lot of empty spaces, so it also gave them an opportunity that they can put some mini games and some stuff. There was even a time where I remembered that the stables for getting ghoul steeds was actually right around over here. As for the events, I don't remember, apparently. But, I don't remember the rest of the events. I think I remembered one being all the way over there. I don't know. But they have done this before with the Halloween event, where the main reason that they put it in the main event was probably because they probably didn't have enough time to actually make a world for the ghoul steeds and the whole entire event itself. So they decided to just slap all the mini games and the stables all in the main world. They probably either thought of that or because the main world itself is actually pretty empty. So it also gave them opportunities to add some mini events and this and that, which makes more sense. Because if you guys play this game more often, it's pretty empty. Anyways, as the same theme from Halloween, they will be doing the same exact thing for the Alien Invasion, which I knew it said invasion. Alien Invasion mini events, since they said this is a little short mini event, which is why it's called mini instead of event, because like other events, they say like, what's it called? Easter event, Christmas event, Halloween event, they say just event, but not mini. Which apparently Equinari will probably not be in the game for long, alongside with, I don't got an example for that. But anyways, it will be in the main world, so don't worry about switching to worlds. You can just start the event right off the bat. Anyways, includes theme event accessories as rewards and new event bundles, which when I hear bundles, I hear Robux. If you guys have Robux, nice. You're actually spending some Robux on a pay-to-win game. Well, it's not really pay-to-win, it's also free-to-play. It's a bit of both. I will admit, it's a bit of both. It just kind of ruins it when you pay Robux and then you become rich real quick. Anyways, back to this. Equinari. The Equinari species is making its debate, whatever. Alongside the alien evasion, Equinari tech designed to match their unique style in Equinari Wing Potion will unlock brand new wings, which we don't see that. We probably will in our next couple of updates in the meantime. And ongoing improvements, which is, of course, some bug fixes, is continued progress on inventory compression, on accessory stacking optimizations to make management smoother, which, of course, that has been mentioned beforehand. Bug fixes and polish access variety system to keep everything running smoothly. Also, if you guys heard a crack, that was just my fist. And of course, fixing traits, accessories, and tech related bugs, which issues, fixing issue where the special spawn board at spawn will not display spawns until a second spawn occurs. And a secret event release. Keep your eyes open, a second special event will also be dropping this Friday. A secret event. I didn't see this one. Out of all the updates I've seen, this one right here I did not see. So it's not just the Equinari event, we're also expecting a secret one too, which is very, very confusing. What's the secret? What's going on? I don't know. Don't ask me, cause I don't know, I forget easily. Anyways, oh, there you go. Anyways, back to this. Another QRL arriving this week, the ability to check on the inherent chance of traits. Ever wondered why a trait was being so finky to pass on? Now you'll be able to see which of those traits have lower pass chances and are less likely to be inherited on offspring. Now, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about or what Nay Thai is actually talking about right here, if you guys go into the inventory, you have seen a trait boost potion, which I have a lot of those. I don't use these, and even if I'm breeding, I don't use these at all. It's confusing. Why would I use this if I'm just gonna breed different kinds of horses that isn't the same one? Which, of course, also makes sense. But also, it also means that the trait boost potion actually means of the traits right here, of how much traits you have gotten in each horse. Now, let's say I go into the Felors section, and let's just say I want to breed this female, which I have on me, and this male be Bumblebee Felors, which if you guys use this on the trait boost, it actually keeps the traits, and once you full a horse and you have both trait boost potions on both of these, it actually transfers to the foal, which gives you the same traits on either the female or the male, which I'm pretty sure that's what it works. I haven't used it, so comment down below if you guys know. But anyways, what's going on? Oh, the totem has... I'm gonna skip the totem. I want to do the totem, but I'm doing updates. I'd rather skip it than whatever. Anyways, okay, Jordy, I'm pretty sure. Shout out to them. I can't speak apparently, but yeah. We'll be tackling a couple more little QRL items that have been suggested in Q&As in passing in the general chats, which are quick for us to grab. Which it's a Discord thing. If you guys don't have Discord, don't worry about that. But anyways, if you guys have been struggling with traits, here it is. Now these are question marks. These are work in progress. They're not actually in the game. I actually showed you guys proof. They don't have question marks in the game that I showed, but these ones do. Now Astro Flame Socks, which is also shown for the Ghoul Steed right here. It's a pass-through strength, which is a 30% chance, meaning that what this means... two S's into this. I was about to not notice that, but I did. But anyways, what it's trying to say is that if you try to trait a horse, and you try to full horse and this and that, and you guys want to make the same traits on each and every horse, the thing is that people don't know if these traits are actually going to pass on to the full or not. Some of them will, some of them won't. But then now they're actually adding a point where if you guys use a trait boost potion, you guys can actually see which traits are actually going to be passed through to the horse, aka the foal. Meaning that if you guys see the strength, it actually gives you a percentage, meaning that the higher the chance, the more that trait, that specific trait, will be going right through the foal. Now, a lot of you guys are going to be pretty excited about this because a lot of you guys that probably might have breed a lot of horses don't like horses that have the same traits that they always wanted, but then one trait comes in and they don't like it and they have to keep breeding until they get the traits they want on that specific horse, which makes sense, of course. They also got another thing for a pastry queen, which also gives inherent chance, which is 50% chance, which I don't know what that means. You guys can comment down below if you guys want. But yeah, that's what's going on. They're actually helping out with us of traits, and if you guys need help with breeding, well, all you gotta do is just click the question mark and then poof. They will give you more information. They said that it is a work in progress, meaning that they're still working on it. So hold your horses. Literally, hold your horses right there. And yeah. Yeah, Journey. I did that. What the Sigma? Which I hate saying that word. Okay, feedback notifications and chat tips. Okay, so as you guys can clearly see from that, there's camera effects, lighting blooms, show player horses, and tame stop movements, which I've actually tried these a little bit ago, like probably like yesterday or 2 days ago. I actually tried only the tame stops movement, which apparently if you actually turn that off, it actually continues to let your horse move while you're actually taming a horse at the same time, and blah blah blah. But anyways, I think what's going on is the feedback notifications and the chat tips is what I meant. Now, as you guys can see right here, all we get is the feedback notifications. The chat tips, on the other hand, aren't showing, which I'm pretty sure what's going on is this right here. Now, if you guys don't know about these tips are usually used for new players or beginners who are struggling to play the game properly. So these tips show up on the chat and help beginners to figure out how to play this game more properly and how to play this game more frequently so you guys don't get confused. Now, sometimes chat tips like that in the screen right here is actually pretty annoying because, like most pros like me and other people who are professionals of the game, they're tired of seeing tips showing up and they kind of just clog into the chat. They come in very, very rarely and very, very frequently, but it's sometimes annoying to the point where whenever you're chatting, you don't really need to use it. So if you're a beginner, highly recommend keeping that on so you guys know what you're doing. As for pros though, it's also useful that once you see chat tips, it will not be bothering you too much, which is very, very useful for other people. But anyways, there's a stream going on with modeling and stuff. We also got finally saddles up, folks, which we got saddle, bride, and socks for Equinari. Amazing, very, very beautiful and awesome. And is that it? No, this is the last one I was gonna say. It can still see you. This is my favorite part. I love this part. It's so cool. It gives, what's it called? Space. What's it called? It's not a xenomorph, I know that. One of the traits does give xenomorph vibes, I will admit that. But this is really, really cool. I'm pretty sure this could be the accessories on it. I don't know. Don't judge me, don't blame me. But if it's actually the traits, then we're good. Don't worry about that. But if it's actually accessories for a horse, not just Equinari, but like any types of horses like Fae, Flora, Pony, blah blah blah, you guys already know. These would be very, very cool because not only it would look cool on an Equinari, it would also look cool on a Chiron, a Felors, a Celestial, any type of horse that you guys desire. It also looks a lot more cooler with a Cybrid too, if you think about it, because if you know, you know. But anyways, that is all for the updates, but hold on for just a moment. I will actually show you guys two things, which I now remember about timing. Before we end the video right off there, I'm actually going to show you guys some other spots for the totem to spawn that I have calculated. Some of them would be spawning right over here, which I'm going to have to, again, I'm going to edit. Another one spawns far off over there, and another one spawns where my feelers is at, which is all the way over there. Yeah, there's like 6 spots. Oh, the totem spawned right over there. I was about right over there. Since the totem did spawn, it was right over here. Is that a pony? No, it's a horse. Ponies are smaller than horses. But yeah, the totem spawns right there. You guys can clearly see it. But anyways, I was about to say that the video was about to end, but then I realized we are missing one more thing. And they haven't they haven't added in the horse life feed, which is all of the feed that people get from like updates of what's going on. But hold on. I'm going to talk about 2 other things. We already got the totem out of the way. But anyways, I'm going to talk about other things. Now you guys might be wondering, where do these things come from? Like, do the developers actually think of one themselves and actually just put it on the horse and they actually look really, really good? Actually, yes and no. Mostly no. Sometimes yes. There are times where, for developers, it is hard to actually find a horse that actually has good traits that actually makes it reasonable. So at other times, developers have problems trying to think what traits suits best on a specific horse, like Equinari, for example, which is currently still going to be in the game almost till you know. But anyways, where do they get these traits? Submissions. Now, if you guys don't know what these submissions are, these are submissions for each person that has created lots and lots of stuff. You guys can already see some stuff right here that you guys didn't see before, but I will hold on for that. Like this one, Claw Machine Tail, which is right here for a Cybrid. Now, when developers are lost and they don't know how to make these traits, they actually ask a lot of people that play the game, like us, who use Discord, but also help with submissions, and whoever has the best submissions for each and every horse, they will be putting it in the actual game, meaning that if your submissions were actually sent to the game, to the developers, and the developers, because that's the thing, it's like choosing the best painting in a museum. Let's just say the Mona Lisa, which that's the only painting I know apparently, or some other modern art. You want to choose which one is the best art that you like, which that's what the developers are doing. They're trying to choose which one is the best one that suits the horse more likely, and which one doesn't, that they're not going to be adding. If your submissions are not going to be in the game and you guys don't notice it, then of course, lucky for you, sadly unlucky for you, I meant, your submissions didn't get submitted. But anyways, this is for people who have Discord and have this and that. People who don't have Discord, don't worry about it. But you guys already know where these traits are coming from. They're coming from all of these people, from all of these like traits and this and that. Because this is where traits are actually based off of, from actual people. And when they actually create these traits, the developers choose which one is their first pick. And then they actually transfer it into the horse that they actually wanted it to be, which is why there's going to be new traits for other horses as well. As for one thing, there is another thing that you guys can see this right here. Yeah, there's something new coming in. Now, I'm actually going to show you the recent upload, which is the first upload from the submissions. It's going to take me a while because I have to scroll so much. There we go. They actually released it in the submissions rather than the feed, but we are getting a brand new Halloween horse next to Ghoststeed on Halloween. It is called a Hauntmare concept by Stores. It's actually, their username was Stood. If you guys remembered Stood from Dragon Adventures. I sometimes joke around with their name because it sounds derpy, but I mostly respect them very, very much because they're the ones that make concept arts and they come back to life and this and that, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, Hauntmare is a headless horse man, because you guys know, inspired concept with the included inspiration from the skeletal horse bases, similar to the Ghost Steeds Neon and similar to the Ghost Steeds Neon. The Hauntemare will feature a gluey highlights aura, which can drastically change form of a Hauntemare. Rather than having horns, the Hauntemare has auras that can highlight various parts of their bones, giving them more definition and definition in a variety of different creatures. So here we have Hauntemare, this is just the base. By the way, people are going to add some traits on the base so that once these traits are going to be coming up for the Hauntemare, they're going to decide, you guys already know, I'm not going to repeat. But anyways, there is a couple traits that the developers themselves like Stood himself had made. Like these ones, we also got these ones, we also got that one, and that one, and that one. This one's my favorite. I will admit, this one's my favorite. And this one's my favorite. But yeah, that's what Hauntemare is. They didn't really add it into the feed, but we are expecting a second horse in one event. Now, similar to the other games that have added dragons and creatures in, they're going to do the same thing with horse life. But they're very easygoing. They're doing one horse at a time because, of course, horses are complicated. You gotta add traits, you gotta add accessories. Of course, it's gonna be hard to decide and choose and whatnot. They are gonna do the same thing, but one horse at a time. One horse for one event, and then move on. One horse, one event. Blah, blah, blah. Repeat, blah, blah, blah. You guys are right now. But anyways, that is finally all that it is for today's video, and I really hope you guys actually enjoy it. Do you guys like the Hauntemare? Do you guys like the Equinori? Do you guys like the Karateka? If you guys like anything, comment down below, because I'm actually really excited for both Equinori and Hauntemare. I don't know about a Karateka. It just looks like a horse. Literally, a horse. I was going to say the same thing with the Clydesdale, but the Clydesdale is a lot more bigger than the horse, and it also gives more fluff than the horse. Horses, on the other hand, they're less fluffy, you know horses very well. But anyways, that is all for today's video, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. I will be moving on to the next update for Dragon Adventures. If you guys are ready for that one, I will be moving on for that one too as well. It's just going to take me a while to edit because this video is literally 37 minutes. But anyways, I will see you guys. See ya, and peace.